rider in a gypsy cob or banner while fox hunting, eventing, or hacking around the countryside. Some of the horses now in America have also been used in extremely diverse disciplines. These are horses who have been nationally ranked in tandem driving, trick-trained horses performing professionally, horses with fox hunting under their belts, western pleasure, saddle seat, dressage, team penning, multi-hitch driving, trail riding, therapy horses, and recently, the first gypsy cob to enter a versatility ranch horse competition won his division. The horse now in the ring, Django Jazz, a black and white stallion owned by the Pelton Banners of Lady Lake, Florida. Jazz was sired by the Lion King, who is now deceased, and so Jazz represents a limited and highly valued bloodline. In his first show, last year's Feathered Horse Classic, Jazz was champion stallion and promises to be a formidable sire and show horse. His name refers to the famous Romany guitarist, Django Reinhardt, one of the foremost pioneers in the 1930s Parisian jazz movement. Jazz is being driven by owner Sandra Pelton. Easily recognized, these sturdy little horses come in nearly all colors and most have pinto markings. Though black and white is still the most prevalent color, you can also find them in red, buckskin, palomino, gray, and even the occasional Appaloosa spot. Like most horses of high color, blue eyes are fairly common and can lend a mystical look beneath an incredibly long and flowing foretop. They have an attractive head with a kind eye and neat ears, a short, well-muscled back, well-sprung ribs, deep body, long, sloping shoulders, and a powerful, rounded hind quarter. They will have substantial bone that is flat, clean, and dense, and a generous foot with thick walls and open heels. They also have amazing amounts of hair, thick manes that fall below the shoulder, and tails that drag on the ground are only the beginning. The crowning glory on a good gypsy's horse is the abundance of silky feathers. But you can find horses ranging from 11 hands to 16. They typically stand between 14 and 15 hands. With such a varied array of heights, it's easy to find the size that suits you best. When showing a gypsy cob or gypsy banner horse, it is encouraged to present the horse in its natural state. Hair is highly prized, and the long full manes, tails, and beautiful feathers should be emphasized as much as possible. Flipping should be kept to a minimum. If done at all, and should not be more than the ears, muzzle, chin, and possibly a very small bridle pad. The mane, tail, and feather should never be clipped, trimmed, or pulled, other than for help or safety reasons. And it's not uncommon to trim the feather up a little for safety's sake. Many of the horses will have feathers so long that they can trip on it left untrimmed. Though the feather does require some care to keep it its most luxuriant look, and heavy mud or poor ground conditions can adversely affect its appearance. Care should also be taken to keep the skin beneath the feather clean and healthy. For years, the gypsy's horse suffered a certain lack of appreciation from within the mainstream equestrian society. Recently, however, they have developed an enthusiastic following throughout Europe and North America. They have even made their way to Australia. The beauty of these horses is surpassed only by their gentle and intelligent nature, making them now highly sought after outside the gypsy community. Originally bred to pull the caravans, they excel at driving, but are also being used for nearly all riding disciplines and can be found throughout Europe and the United States, doing everything from trail riding through dressage to team penning. The gypsy cob or gypsy banner horse is the perfect recreational horse with a size small enough not to intimidate the young or nervous rider, but substantial enough to carry a good-sized man. Coming from a culture that traditionally has not kept written records, the best bloodlines were all kept or recorded only in memory. Many horses have no specific names, while other well-known horses have names like the knob-eared horse. The horse you marry considered to be some of the best breed. Generations of breeding have been handed down father to son, without the aid of accepted means of documentation. Many of the great foundation horses are now gone, leaving only their progeny and no other record. With the now widespread popularity of the breed, crossing not only international borders but also cultural boundaries, it became imperative that proper parentage verification be administered and documented. DNA testing has been established to form a modern data bank. Many of the Gypsy families are cooperating with these efforts and are looking through boxes of old photographs to try and find pictures, at least, of some of the most important horses. And many more people have worked countless hours to ensure the colorful history is recorded and a bright future is preserved for this unique and wonderful breed. Both reputable breeders and registries alike are very much aware of the potential to erode the breed through careless or substandard breeding practices, and are strong advocates for selective breeding programs. We admire and respect the Gypsy breeders who have brought an amazing breed so far in such a short amount of time. And we understand that only through a sincere commitment to the future generations of the breed can we sustain their accomplishment. We believe the integrity of any breed falls squarely on the shoulders of those who are doing the breeding and the organizations responsible for registering and promoting the breed. With that in mind, programs have been put in place to safeguard the integrity and future of the breed. It is with dedication and commitment that breeders strive to ensure the Gypsy Comm and Gypsy Banner horse is preserved in its natural state with robust health, extraordinary soundness, and kind nature intact. The horses now in the arena are Dobbin, black and white Gypsy Banner gelding, owned by Old Mill Farm in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, and ridden by Bonnie Lepley. Mr. Bikers, Connors, and Company, and Seal, a mostly white Gypsy Banner stallion, 2008 High Point Gypsy Banner, owned by Michael and Pamela Litz, and ridden by Pamela Litz. Murdo McKenzie, a Gypsy Banner gelding, owned by Michelle Levon, and ridden by Taylor Levon. Coochie, the first Gypsy Banner born in North America. Coochie is now a prior model and is owned by W.R. Ranch. Coochie is being ridden by Ariel Folk and Bob the Blagdon's Ivalons. Mountain View Banner Ranch's lovely 3-year-old black mare. Like her sire, Bob the Blagon, who is one of England's most famous Gypsy sires, Ivalons is a black Blagdon. Blagdon demonstrates an otherwise solid colored horse with high white stockings and white belly spot. In extreme cases, it can also mimic roaring, sometimes to the point of looking all white. Ivalons is shown by owner Matt Cecilia, who is also her trainer. There are 4 Gypsy Association booths located throughout the breed pavilion, and we would like to invite you to visit all 4 booths. And please, take the time to also visit the exhibitors in the Horse and Farm stabling area in the Gilligan Complex, where you can see even more horses and have the opportunity to chat with some of the owners. We wish to thank you for attending today's Gypsy breed demonstration.